করবে। দেখো, at the end of the day অস্ট্রেলিয়া, ম্যাট রায়ান, হ্যারিস, ওটা কোয়ালিটির দিক থেকে ওরা হয়তো এগিয়ে আছে, কিন্তু তুমি যদি 90 মিনিটস দৌড়তে পারো, প্রত্যেকটা ছেলে যদি মানে 10টা ছেলে যদি 90 মিনিটস অ্যাভারেজে 11 থেকে 12 কিলোমিটার করে দৌড়োয় প্রত্যেকে, আর জায়গা না দেয় ম্যানিউভার করার, আমি মনে করি যে ম্যাচটা কিন্তু মানে ফার্স্ট হাফটা খুব ইম্পর্টেন্ট। ফার্স্ট হাফটা যদি অস্ট্রেলিয়াকে আটকে রাখতে পারে, তাহলে সেকেন্ড হাফ কিন্তু অস্ট্রেলিয়া প্রেসারে পড়ে যাবে।
রাহুল, শ্রমিক বলছে অস্ট্রেলিয়া প্রেসারে পড়ে যাবে যদি ফার্স্ট হাফটা আটকে রাখতে পারে। ইন্ডিয়ান প্র্যাকটিস আমাদের বাংলা দর্শকদের জন্য একটু বলো, কালকে প্র্যাকটিসে, তারপরে তুমি সন্ধ্যাবেলা ইউনিভার্সিটি ম্যাচে ইন্টারভিউ করেছো, বডি ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজটা কিরকম আমাদের টিমে?
দেখো, অবশ্যই শ্রমিকদা যেটা বললো সেটা হলে তো অবশ্যই ইন্ডিয়া ম্যাচটাতে মানে অ্যাটলিস্ট 1 পয়েন্ট নিয়ে ফিরতে পারবে, বাট সেটা হওয়াও কঠিন, কারণ সবাইকে মনে করি রাখি যে অস্ট্রেলিয়া কদিন আগে কিন্তু ইংল্যান্ডের কাছে 1-0 হেরেছে, ঠিক আছে? যদি আমাদের ইন্ডিয়ান দর্শকরাই বাহারেনের সাথে ফ্রেন্ডলিটা দেখে একটু সাহস পাচ্ছে যে 2-0 হারিয়েছে বাহারেনকে, সেখানে তো ইন্ডিয়ার একটা চান্স থাকছে। এই অস্ট্রেলিয়া কিন্তু সেরকম না, কারণ এই এশিয়ান কাপে তুমি যতগুলো টিম দেখছো তাদের মধ্যে অস্ট্রেলিয়া শুধুই যে কন্টেন্ডার তা নয়, তাদের কিন্তু বেস্ট ডিফেন্সিভ কম্বিনেশন এই 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 এফসি এশিয়ান কাপে। তো সুতরাং তুমি দেখতে পাচ্ছ সেখানে ইন্ডিয়ানদের কাছে কিন্তু সেরকম খুবই কম চান্স থাকবে, সারা ম্যাচ জুড়ে হয়তো 3 বা 4টে চান্স, আর সেটা থেকে যদি না কিছু না করতে পারে তাহলে তার কোনো আশাই নেই। আর শুধু তাই নয়, যে ইন্ডিয়ান টিমরা ধরো অ্যাটাকেও উঠলো, তাদের কিন্তু খুব দ্রুত কিন্তু ফিরতে হবে, কারণ এই অস্ট্রেলিয়ান টিম কিন্তু প্রচন্ড দ্রুত কাউন্টার অ্যাটাকেও আসতে পারে। সুতরাং খুব সাবধানে থাকতে হবে ইন্ডিয়ান টিমকে। আর আরেকটা কথা হচ্ছে, অনেক সময় প্রেসারে কিন্তু ইন্ডিয়ান টিম অনেক সময় পেনাল্টিও দিয়ে বসে, মানে যখন মানে অত্যন্ত ডিফেন্সিভ হয়ে যায়। তো সেই সব দিকগুলো কিন্তু নজরে রাখতে হবে সারা ম্যাচ জুড়ে।
Okay, Rohan, your comment in Bangla, আমাদের বাংলা দর্শকদের জন্য, and as you speak, I request our producer Gargi to kindly show us some visuals of the Blue Brigade, because it's a takeover from the Blue Pilgrims, the support brigade, the Blue Tigers. Look at these visuals. You see them at an IPL contest, you see them at a World Cup contest, but you see it in Doha, away from home, away from India. The Indian football team getting this kind of support is absolutely magical, Rohan.
অ্যাবসলিউটলি, মানে আমি যখন 2011 খেলা দেখছিলাম, তখনকার থেকে এখনকার ভারতের মধ্যে অনেক তফাৎ, শুধুমাত্র ফিটনেস এর না, বরং সাপোর্টে। মানে এই যে সাপোর্ট বিদেশের মাঠে এতখানি, এটা খুবই এটা মোরাল বুস্ট করবে। তাছাড়া অস্ট্রেলিয়া টিমটা আমি দেখছিলাম, অস্ট্রেলিয়ার টিমে এরকম না যে সবাই জুনিয়র বা সবাই সিনিয়র, বিশাল সুন্দর একটা মিক্স অ্যান্ড ম্যাচ আছে এক্সপিরিয়েন্স এন্ড ইউথের মধ্যে। তো ওখানে যেরকম ম্যাট রায়ান এবং কয়েকজন প্লেয়ার যারা 60-70 উপরে ম্যাচ খেলেছে, এবং অনেক প্লেয়ার যারা 10-5 ম্যাচ খেলে আছে। তো ফিটনেসটা, এক্সপিরিয়েন্সটা যেমন থাকবে অস্ট্রেলিয়ার টিমে, সেটা কিন্তু ওদের ইয়েতেও থাকবে, যে ইউথ ব্যাপারটাও থাকবে, সেটা কিন্তু আমাদের মধ্যেও আছে।
Okay, and we should also say, a colleague just pointed out that Australia lost to unfancied Jordan in 2019, something that India needs to take heart from. And as Igor Stimac keeps telling me, that in sport, if the favorites always win, then there is no upset. He keeps telling me, do you think the world number 1, 2, and 3 win all titles in tennis? Do you think the world number 1, 2, and 3 win all FIFA World Cups? If that is not the case, then why not an upset today? Rahul, you spoke to Igor Stimac last night. We played an interview today. What was the coach's body language? Tell us.
If I say the coach is very realistic, he knows very well that there will be very few chances, but at the same time, he believes that this team is ready at least to pull off an upset. And the one thing he said, that as to play against Australia, you not only need to be physically fit, but also you need to be mentally fit as well. And we have also read that in the last 13 days, the last couple of weeks, this team has not only prepared in the training session, maybe they have skipped 1 or 2 training sessions in the race day, but they haven't skipped a single meditation day, because so that they can prepare mentally also for this kind of game. As I told you before, and in such kind of games, it's very difficult to remain concentrated throughout the whole 90 minutes, and that's when you ended up giving penalties and foul near the edge of the box. So that's why I think for this kind of match, it's very important to get prepared mentally and physically. And Igor Stimac also said it in last night as well.
Okay, let me go to Devashish and Shomik on that. How important is mental preparation when you're playing such a big match? But before that, as you see these brilliant visuals, let me also tell you that in the Malaysian Open Super 1000, Satwik and Chirag have just won the first game, 21-18, against Kang and Seo, the reigning world champions from Korea. So can it be the perfect day out for India? Badminton, football, and in the evening we have Savita Punia and her team stepping out in Ranchi, in Jharkhand, taking on the United States in the Olympic qualifiers. Devashish, how important is it mentally to be there?
Yeah, obviously, you're playing as an underdog. Means we have to face it that we will be going into this match as an underdog, but we have to leave aside. Means obviously, as Shomik has rightly pointed out, that we cannot concede any goal in the first half. If we can restrict Australia goalless, then they will be under the pressure. Since obviously, still Australia are far superior. Right? Obviously, they are missing some big players in Matthew Sinclair, who had scored that winner against Denmark in that World Cup. So, but then they have some, but their big match player is Matt Ryan. Obviously, 3 World Cups, 3 Asian Cups. He's a legend in his own right as far as the goalkeeper is concerned. It means he is like a wall under the Australian goalpost.
If they have Matra, they have Sunil Chhetri. Absolutely, yes, absolutely. And I think conversion rate would be very important. India is not going to get too many chances, as Rahul rightly pointed out. India might be getting just 2, 3 chances. It is important that conversion rate is high, and whatever chances come our way, we take them. So that will be key. And if somehow India can score first in this game, that will be very interesting.
But that
You know,
will be
so that's the point. Rohan Shomik is right. Even in the match against Qatar, which we lost, Apuya did get an opportunity. I mean, had he converted that, things could have been different. It was a good opportunity that Apuya could have scored from. So 2 or 3 opportunities can India score. Ski match wants bodies. That's why maybe a Deepak Tambi talk about.
also Manbir also, because if you see Manbir with abilities, we can say Mahesh Naudem is better than Manbir. But in this match against Australia, we needed Manbir's physicality. ওই যে ঠেলে ঢোকার যে ব্যাপারটা থাকে সেটা মনবীরের মধ্যে আছে। এন্ড রাহুল যেটা বলছিল যে পেনাল্টিস, the ability to consider penalty, the tendency to consider penalty. Last Asian Cup-এও প্রণয় হালদার considered a penalty against Bahrain last moment একদম বাজে ট্যাকেল গুলো করে ফেলি, আমরা সেই প্রেশারটা আমরা নিতে পারি না। তো ওই জন্য এই মেন্টাল অ্যাসপেক্টের ব্যাপারটা খুবই ইম্পর্টেন্ট।
Okay, let me go to yes.
তবে আমি যেটা বলতে চাই রোহান, যে উইং প্লে উইল বি ভেরি ইম্পর্টেন্ট। কেননা যে লম্বা চেহারা অস্ট্রেলিয়ান ডিফেন্ডার, কেননা তুমি মানে মাঝখান দিয়ে ঢোকা কিন্তু অ্যাটাক করা কিন্তু শুটার, হি 6'6". সেই জন্য কিন্তু উইং।
Let me stop both of you. I'll come to the tallest player and all, but last time we played Australia, someone became Spider-Man. And Subroto Pal, the iconic match for Subroto Pal. Can Gurpreet Sandhu do that? Can Gurpreet Sandhu become the next Subroto Pal? Rahul, you were a goalkeeper yourself. Talk to me about what you've seen of Gurpreet Sandhu in Qatar. Yes, Rahul.
Yeah, after Sunil Chhetri, if any two other Indian legends now current team is then they are Sandesh Jhingan and Gurpreet Singh Sandhu. And Gurpreet Singh Sandhu, without any doubt, is one of the player who can stand out in this tournament, because we have seen Gurpreet Sandhu committing howler and all in ISL matches, but in Indian team he has been one of the most consistent player. And not only this, we have also seen Gurpreet Sandhu being heroic, been coming out in some heroic performance in many matches. Like I still remember, that memory is still fresh in my mind, that performance against Qatar, pulling out a draw against Qatar here at the same soil. So once again, against Australia, such a big match, such a big occasion, I think Gurpreet Sandhu is capable of rising to the occasion again.
I have a question for Rahul. Rahul, do you think that look at the team sheet, and it is interesting that Manbir Singh has been picked. Do you think he will be playing as a winger or as a right wing back? Because by the look of it, India are going with 5-4-1, I think, and Shunil will be the lone striker. And the idea will be to put ball behind. Australia will definitely play a high line. The idea will be to put ball behind their defensive line.
I don't think so. He will be playing as a right wing back. And first of all, I would like to tell you that his name is in the
Auxiliary right wing back.
Sorry.
I would like to say auxiliary right wing back.
Oh, maybe you are right, but I think first of all, he is in the team sheet just because of that performance against Kuwait. He is also very confident now, because just in the recent match he has scored goal for the national team. But in today's match, I think not only he will be playing as a right winger, but at the same time he is also going to be the supportive striker. Both Sunil Chhetri and Manveer Singh will have to find spaces in the Australian defense. I know that they have some tall defenders, but at the same time we have some speedy wingers. Sunil Chhetri and Changte and Mahesh Narma will be there to deliver passes for them. But at the same time, Sunil Chhetri and Manveer both will have to be tricky inside the Australia's box to find spaces and convert the chances.
What your thoughts? Absolutely. I don't think Manveer is even too deep because, as I said in the start only, that India doesn't have many things to do. Australia will have many things to do. And in today's world, Australia, the opponent analysis is very much done. So Australia also knows us that we are not that India from 2011. We are now capable of fighting back. So Australia will have many things to lose. And I think Kiro's team match will push Manveer to get something or the other from one counter maybe, or and that one or two chances converting goals to the team.
Absolutely, absolutely. We cannot afford to consider goal in the first 15 minutes. And if what has happened, if we get any opportunity, we should seize that
But
opportunity.
that will be dangerous. Australia will place more high.
Yes, absolutely. But no, last time, in fact, the last time both the sides made it things up in last 4 days. But let's put it straight away that way. We need to be we need to save the goal first, then go for counter. We cannot let Australia score in the initial minutes and straight away put pressure on us. Then that will open the floodgate. Rahul, tell us about the atmosphere. I mean, you had sent us some interesting reports of people celebrating the Blue Tiger, the fans. How quickly were you there? How long? When did you all reach the stadium? Give us a sense. How many people? How many thousands will be blue? Is it blue and yellow or just blue? Give us a sense.
I think this stadium has a capacity of 45,000, but as said by Qatar PR, that I think as he said, that these match tickets are also sold out. So most probably among 45,000 fans, I think around 35K is going to be to be cheer for India, because we all know that Qatar has a very some Qatar Kerala population as well, and as I showed you in the video, that Manjapara fans are here making their presence felt just ahead of the match. So without any doubt, so the majority of them will be Indian fans, and they just can't wait for the match to start, and they are ready to cheer for the Blue Tigers throughout the whole game.
Sorry. I would like to add one more thing. That is, I mean, Rahul said the temperature is around 24 degrees. Australian players, the majority of them, they play in Europe, and they are not used to playing in such conditions. 24 degrees is a bit of could be a bit taxing for them. So in that case, India's substitutions can become interesting. If if it is still 0-0 after say 60 minutes, if Stimaj brings some guys like now and my Rahul KP, if they can use, if he uses their pace, then they can stretch the Australian defense.
Mhm.
These are speedy intuitions. I think a 0-0 or a draw in the first half will put some pressure on the Australian defense.
But obviously, someone like a Rahul Theki, he will have immense responsibility along with Sandesh Jhingan at the central defense. Means obviously, he would be somewhat replacing Anwar Ali, who has done reasonably well in the last SAF Cup, and also the Intercontinental Cup. So, um, the defense need to be strong, means they need to gel well, and you need to have more numbers. Obviously, countering that Australian attack. Let me take that to Rahul. Devashish makes a very important point about the Anwar Ali factor. Even against Qatar, if you see in Bhubaneswar, we considered a goal in the first in the first half, and that's when the match was lost. So the defensive shape, Rahul, is very important. Sandesh Jhingan and Anwar Ali were great. But now, Jhingan will have to take responsibility and the defensive shape has to be there. Did you speak to Stimac about the absence of Anwar, Jiksan and Ashik yesterday?
Yeah, of course. We spoke to coach about the absence of these three crucial players, Jiksan, Anwar Ali, and Ashik Kuran. And what he said, that when Anwar Ali was there in the defense, you feel safe throughout the whole game. The players playing up front, they also know that we have Anwar Ali in the defense, not only in the defensive quality, but he also act as a substantial player who can also play a key role in delivering a long ball and all for the forward up front. And now after Anwar, when it comes to Jigsan Singh, he's also a stalwart in the midfield of Indian team, and he acts so well alongside the Akuya. He's a very important member for Indian team. So and along with Jigsan Singh as well, it's Ashik Kurunian, because when you are playing against such formidable opponent like Australia, Uzbek, and Syria, you need someone in the wing who is so fast, and also he has a fitness to play, to run and go fall back and go in overlap throughout the whole 90 minutes. So of course, without any doubt, their Indian team is going to miss three key players in this game. But at the same time, it's opportunity for 17 players who are going to make their debut in the AFC Asian Cup, and they have a great chance for them to prove their worth in this tournament. Because and now after the AFC Asian Cup, there will be World Cup qualifier as well. So it's going to be a
I
big stage
love
for
the
them as well to
optimism. I
showcase their
love
ability.
the optimism in Rahul Giri there. 17 players have an opportunity, is what he says, and someone missing out, someone else's opportunity. Yes,
There will
Devash.
be 17 lakh of Indian fans cheering for the Blue Tigers. Not you are there won't be just the 17 players on the pitch. Means there will be 17 lakh, 17 million lakh crores Indian fans who will be cheering the Blue Tiger, because you won't get an opportunity. You won't get an opportunity to play Australia. Means on a regular basis. Obviously, if you can put up a spirited performance, say, can't say lose the game. I won't say win the game, but if you can still manage a draw, or for that matter, a reality check, you can concede less than 2 goals, it will be a great performance for them. और राहुल से राहुल पर जीते जाओ जीते जाओ আমি একদম তোমার সঙ্গে চেকে আছো তুমি
অ্যাকচুয়ালি হলুদ পড়ার রিজন হচ্ছে ইন্ডিয়া জার্সি পরে ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপ ফাইনাল হেরেছিলাম আজকে অপোজিশন
ওই হলুদ জার্সিটাই তো
but one thing that the point that Rahul has made opportunity, I think this is a very good opportunity for C-Match to look into the game state for the World Cup qualifier, which is a much bigger opportunity for us to go.
what it does for the confidence of the side. Means obviously, if you can say lose by a margin of 2 goals, or if you can draw this game,
You're absolutely right. Because the fact of the matter is that even if India lose by a solitary goal, they will have the ample chance to qualify. Their goal difference is not taking a hit. If after game against Uzbekistan and Syria, they can qualify.
just interrupt one more time, please, because the third best placed team qualifies for the second round. So, and from four groups, the third best placed team. So, if India can put up a spirited performance against Australia, who knows? We have Syria, who are 92nd. We have Uzbek, who are 65th.
It's important to know that our goal difference doesn't exist.
Exactly.
Okay, last 5-6 minutes on the show. Rahul, the countdown has started. What is a realistic assessment? We are talking about a draw. We are talking about our goal difference should not take a hit, but it's still Australia. They are coming here to win the Asian Cup. They are there to play the World Cup. We are still quite behind. But yes, against Australia or Uzbekistan, we should have a chance. But for that, let's set it up with a good show against Australia. What are you and Shopnil expecting? Yes, Rahul.
Yeah, actually, all fans are hoping and expecting at least a draw against Australia, and now and India in the next game in the Uzbekistan and Syria, they will pull off another 3 points so that India can move into the next stage. But for me, to be realistic, I think against Australia, not only a draw but a defeat by a close margin of 0-1 or 0-2 going to be a great result for Indian team, because this tournament they are playing and it's a big test for Indian team. It will show us that where we stand for, because we are all dreaming to play World Cup in the next 1 or 2 decades. So for that, I think these tournaments are very big, and and of course, if they, as I told you, that if they lost by a close margin, then also I don't think their morals will be shattered. Their morals will be high going to the next game against Uzbekistan and Syria. A 0-1 or 0-2 defeat also means a great result for Indian team standing at the current moment.
Okay, let me take closing comments now. I will start from Devashish. Final thoughts, huge build-up to see a Diego Forlan, a Nicolas Anelka. These players talk about Indian football, wishing the team. One has to say the build-up. Neeraj Chopra has done so. Jenny Rodriguez has done so. A number of our athletes have spoken about Indian football. I love the buzz.
Absolutely, and this should motivate and inspire the Indian footballers. Because obviously, you don't get much of an opportunity to play against Australia. So, for me, ideally for India, just go out there and give up your best. Leave aside what rankings Australia are. Just express yourself, and I think ideally
If we manage to salvage a draw, that will be great for Indian football.
A word on Sudhir Chetty.
Absolutely. Sunil Chhetri leads by example, but in this game, you will not going to get many chances. You will have to perform the role of a poacher. If he can do that to optimum, just maybe, India can pull up and sit.
Oh, lovely, Rohan.
Uh, all I have to say is that I am optimistic that it won't be a match like the 2011 one. We are a different India right now, but Australia are there where they were in 2011. So they have many things to lose.
Rahul, final words from you before I close the show. 4 minutes for kickoff. So you will need to go inside the stadium. We are aware of that. Final thoughts for this particular show. The countdown has started.
Yeah, really, yeah, it's just 4 minutes to for the kickoff, but still the fans are here. As you can see, still they are waiting in the queue to enter the stadium. I'm just again, I am stunned by that. It's the India vs Australia game, and yeah, we are at Qatar, and it will be India will be playing before a capacity crowd. And of course, being an Indian, I'm very excited because Indian team has got very rare opportunity to rub their shoulder against such top Asian teams in the recent 4 or 5 years. So it's a big opportunity for Indian team. It's that they are getting an opportunity to play against Australia, Uzbek, and Syria. So I think that instead of taking pressure of such big game, the expectation of such a big fan base, I think the boys should enjoy this game and unleash their best in today's game.
Thank you very much for joining us, Rahul. You too and Shopil should go and enjoy the match, and hopefully, fingers crossed, when you join us end of the match, we have something incredible to talk about. Because sport often throws up miracles. Miracles have happened in the past. Dreams are built on such miracles, and dreams do come true. Each of these Blue Brigade Tigers who are there as fans with their drum, with their instruments, will expect something miraculous from this Indian team led by Sunil Chhetri. We know there is brilliance, we know there is beauty, but there are millions others backing the Blue Tigers for something historic this evening. We at Red Sports will bring you every action with Rahul Gini and Shopin Mukherjee in Dubai, and Devashish Sen, Rohan, Shomik and myself here in the studio. Snehashish will also join us post-match. And with our entire team, all I will say is back the Blue Tigers. Irrespective of the result, this is a huge platform. Back the Blue Tigers, for only then we will create history. Thank you very much for joining us, and we will once again see you post-match. Thanks for watching.